I request the worthy guests of honor to please come on the dais. Honorable Justice A.P. Shah, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, and Mr. Fali Nariman, please. Prashant, Yakesh, please.
Very steep steps.
Yeah, very steep. Not meant for young people like us.
Senior advocate track.
Okay, thank you.
You're becoming old. Somebody pulls a chair for you. Okay, sir.
Yeah, friends, I request everyone to please keep your mobiles on the silent mode or switch them off, preferably. I will request now Mr. Yakesh Anand, the General Secretary of the Bar Association of India, to welcome our dignitaries, the awardees, and those who are present here. Thank you.
Honorable Justice A.P. Shah, former Chief Justice of High Court of Delhi and former Chairman Law Commission of India, Mr. Fali S. Nariman, President Emeritus, Bar Association of India, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, Attorney General for India, Dr. Lalit Bhasin, President, Bar Association of India and self, my friends from Bar Association of India, Priya Hingurani, Apurva Sharma, Chairman Bar Council of India, Professor Tahir Mahmood, law teachers, members of the Executive Committee and Governing Council of Bar Association of India, law teachers, students, my friends. Very good evening to all. I welcome all of you to the second edition of the Lawyers of India function being organized by Bar Association of India. We have decided to celebrate Lawyers of India Day every year on 3rd December, which also happens to be the birthday of Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first President of India. Last year we had honored our Board of Advisors, the legal agents of the bar, having high profile, high public standing and contribution to the legal profession. It was a red-letter day in the history of legal profession when many legal stalwarts from all over the country decided to form an all-India bar, which was later named as Bar Association of India. I am fortunate to be part of the same, inheriting their legacy. There were great stalwarts like Mr. K. Munshi, Mr. Daftari, Mr. S.M. Sikri, Mr. N.C. Chatterjee, Mr. Raja Iyer, Mr. Sirvai, K.L. Mishra, Mr. Siddhar, amongst a lot of other senior advocates who were that time. It was a pan-India organization which was started, which was visualized by some of the senior lawyers at that stage. We have been guided in the past by Presidents Mr. Seetalwar, Mr. Daftari, Mr. Lal Narayan Sinha, Mr. K. Parasaran, Mr. Fali Nariman, Mr. Anil Diwan, Mr. R.K.P. Shankardas, and then now by Dr. Lalit Bhasin. Each one of them had been a moving spirit and inspiration for us for our activities of Bar Association of India. In the friends, this year we have decided to facilitate and honor some eminent members of the bar and teaching faculties in recognition of their achievements and dedication to the profession of law and strengthening the rule of law. In the wake of globalization, the legal profession has to gear up to meet global challenges. The Bar Association of India, under the leadership of Dr. Bhasin, has an ambitious plan to reach out to each and every bar association in the country and carry the activities of Bar Association in collaboration with them. I now invite Dr. Bhasin for his presidential address.
Thank you, Yakesh. Honorable Justice A.P. Shah, Mr. K.K. Venugopal, the Attorney General of India, Mr. Fali S. Nariman, President Emeritus, the Bar Association of India, the worthy awardees who are present here. Mr. R.S. Suri, President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, Professor Tahir Mahmood, Mr. V. Shekhar, Mr. Apurva Sharma. Please give chair to Mr. Bandare. Triveni, Mr. Lalit can sit there. I hope all of you have got this profile, and please have a look at this photograph very carefully. This is the photograph taken on the occasion of the inauguration of the Bar Association of India. And just see who are the people who were present there. Irrespective of the position that they were holding, 5 out of 4, you see, were lawyers. They all belong to this profession. And one, that is Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan, was a great educationist. That is why when we celebrate the Lawyers of India Day, we cannot forget the contribution made by the law teachers, you see. That is why we also recognize the significant role played by the law teachers. We are not honoring these worthy people who are here. As a matter of fact, they have honored us by their gracious presence. It is a time to celebrate the Lawyers of India Day. You have so many days, the Doctors' Days, and you see the Mother's Day, the Father's Day, and all, but no one has so far decided upon to celebrate the lawyers' role, particularly in India, what role lawyers have played, not only in getting us our independence, but even thereafter, as judges, as lawyers, as even ministers, even becoming the presidents and prime ministers. There have been so many of them, you see, who belong to this profession and doing service to the country in their own way. So in a way, these people have honored us by their presence. We recognize them. And if you see the last but one page, the cover page, you will have the list of the past awardees, because we started the Lawyers of India Day in the year 2016. That is last year. So we had Mr. Anil Diwan, Mr. Ashok Desai, Mr. Dipankar Gupta, Mr. Fali S. Nariman, Mr. Harish Salve, Mr. K. Parasaran, Mr. K. K. Venugopal, Mr. R. K. P. Shankardas, Mr. Soli Surabji, and the law teacher, Dr. Professor Madhav Menon. And we have the distinguished presence of 3 very eminent people on the dais today. Honorable Justice Shah. Actually, we do not introduce judges by their other achievements. Judges are known because of the judgments that they pronounce. And I think most of you would have read and gone through the most important judgments delivered in the last 3-4 years when Honorable Justice Shah was holding the position as the Chief Justice of the High Court. And then again, he initiated so many measures as the Chairman of the Law Commission of India. Mr. K. K. Venugopal, I think I don't have to literally introduce him. As someone said, and as Mr. Nariman had once said, the less said, the better. But that was in a lighter vein. But I think the more we want to say about him, we have the time constraints. So we cannot describe the pivotal role which Mr. K.K. Venugopal has performed as a bar leader of excellence, having held the position of being the UIA president, president of the Union Internationale des Avocats, and also as SARC law president, and then holding very important positions, eventually now holding the position of the first in the legal profession, constitutionally recognized, the Attorney General of India. And Mr. Fali Nariman is really one of us, you see. He is the President Emeritus. He was the longest serving President of the Bar Association of India, having held that position with great distinction, you see, for nearly 20 years. And he's been a part of the ICJ, that is the International Court of Justice, of President of Law Asia, and so many other things, and got so many awards. And he's one person who is the face of Indian legal profession, even outside India, that is in the global field also. And why we have this Lawyers of India Day is also very significant, because that is to tell our law students who are here that this is the legacy that you are inheriting. This is what, you see, your earlier generations of lawyers have done for the profession and for the country. Therefore, you have to keep on learning, you know, this as a experience. It should be like a part of your curriculum to study the history of the legal profession in this great country, because our profession has been second to none, is second to none, and will never be second to anyone, you see. That is our profession. Therefore, try to imbibe the values of this. Friends, I have now great pleasure in requesting our President Emeritus, Mr. Fali S. Nariman, to give his address. Mr. Nariman.
Dignitaries on the dais and dignitaries in front of me, students of law. We are all students of law, however old or ancient we may be. I am delighted to be present here today. We are celebrating Lawyers of India Day. Why not People of India Day, with which stirring words, "We the people, our constitution" begins. This is because the same constitution which opens with these stirring words gives or extols the virtues of one particular branch of activity over all others and gives it pride of place, the activity of law. The closest possible connection between we the people and profession of law you will find in Article 22, Clause 1. The material part reads, "No person who is arrested shall be denied the right to consult and to be defended by a legal practitioner of his choice." The only profession that's mentioned in the Constitution. Lawyers of India are looked upon by our document as governance, as standard bearers of liberty with a capital L. In our written constitution, the legal practitioner is treated as a handmaiden of justice. Today, we are giving awards to eminent members of the bar as well as a very prominent law teacher